Dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis, you will need to use conversion factors that will be found in the back inside of your cover. These conversion factors are facts, such as 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Some of these you will just have to know, such as 60 seconds equals 1 minute, but always you'll be using these conversion factors with a numerator and denominator, such as shown on the screen. And it is a word canceling game. To cancel out the words, you need to make sure you write all your units. How much does a 110-pound person weigh in kilograms? So you're going to convert pounds into kilograms. Always start with what is given with the units. So write down 110 pounds. If you look in the back inside of your cover, you're looking for anything that has the word pounds in it because your goal is to cross out the word pounds. There's a couple of them back there in the back of your book. You should be able to locate these. We're going to write the first one as 1 pound over 453.59 grams. However, the way that it is written, the words will not cancel out. The words, one has to be in the numerator, one has to be in the denominator to cancel out. So I'm going to switch that around so I can cancel that out. And as you do dimensional analysis, make sure you take the time to cancel words out as a checkpoint to know that you've written the dimensional analysis conversion factors correctly. This is equal to 49,894.9 grams. Always go back up in the problem and see if you've answered what it asked for. And it asked for it to be in kilograms. You would have to do the metric moving dot. It's one of the ways that you could do it. So go from grams to kilograms. Here's deca, hecto, kilo. So my new decimal point will be there. My final answer will be 49.8949 kilograms. Convert 85.9 millimeters to inches. Again, start with what you're given, 85.9 millimeters. You're looking for anything with millimeters in the back of the book, and you'll see that there aren't any. However, one of the things that you might want to do when you look under length is look to see what has inches in it, because that is your desired unit, is inches. I do find these where it tells me what 1 centimeter is equal to. So knowing that, I could convert the 85.9 millimeters to centimeters. That would be 1 unit over to the left, and so my starting number would be 8.59 centimeters. Again, any of those conversion factors will work as long as my words will cancel out. And again, take the time to do that. Cancel out your words. It shows if you set it up correctly. My answer for this then would be 21.8 inches. I drive 37.8 miles to Mulvane when I teach, so how many meters is this for a distance? Start with what you're given. You're looking for anything in the back of the book that has a mile in it. And there's, again, a couple of them back there. And I'm going to use the first one that says kilometers over miles. And before I go on, I make sure that I cancel out the words so that I'm left with kilometers. My answer would be 60.8 kilometers. However, it needs to be in meters. So I can do the metric moving dot to get there. That would be hecto, deca, meter. So my new dot would be at the 2. And it would be 60,832 meters, or I could write that as a scientific notation. Both of those would be correct. Let's say I use the second one that says a mile equals 5,280 feet. As long as I continue with this and cross out as I do my work, I cannot do this wrong. Now, I do notice that there is nothing in the back of the book that has feet in it. I do notice that there's 1 meter equals 1.0936 yards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert feet into yards. 1 yard has 3 feet. 1 meter then is equal to this many yards. And again, some of the general chemistry students have problems with math. One of the ways that they can do this is to multiply everything that's in the numerator and get an answer for that. Multiply everything in the denominator, get an answer for that, and then do the division at the end. And this is my answer in meters. And again, you would be canceling out your words as you did this, leaving you with meters, which is the desired unit. Death by dimensional analysis. It's been shown that if you have a certain amount of common household substances, it will cause death if you have it in one sitting. So for instance, the lethal dosage of salt is 7 ounces. I want you to convert this to grams. Start with what you're given, 7 ounces. In the back of the book it says 1 pound is 16 ounces. Again, it'll be in such a way written so that I can cancel the words out. 1 pound is 453.59 grams, and when I do the math, here it is. Again, you can take the time and cancel out the words as you go, so it shows that you've left with the desired unit. Drinking 100 cups of coffee will cause death in one sitting, so convert 100 cups to milliliters. Again, write down what you're given. However, in this one, there's some conversion factors that are needed that are not found in the back of the book, so I'll provide that with you. I'm going to change cups to quarts because I want to cancel out my words. Now I'm in quarts. I'm going to use the other conversion factor that was given to me and get it to gallons. And in the back of the book, there's 1 gallon equals this many liters. And again, you can take all the numbers and multiply it in the numerator, take all the numbers in the denominator, multiply those, divide those at the end to get a value. And as you cancel out your words, it'll show that you were left with liters, so everything was set up correctly. However, when you look back up in here, it shows that it needs to be in milliliters. You can do a metric moving dot to get to milliliters, and it would be deci, centi, milli, and fill in the troughs with a 0. That would be your final answer. Consuming 2.5 pounds of sugar will kill you in one sitting. Let's convert this to centigrams. 2.5 pounds, I do find a conversion factor that'll convert it to kilograms, and again I answer this in kilograms. I can do the metric moving dot to get it to centigrams. So I'm starting at kilo, hecto, deca, gram, deci, centi. So my dot would be over here. Final answer would be this many centigrams. I could do it another way below here where I start off with 2.5 pounds and it going in the same direction as I did at the top, but I can do that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams, and in 1 gram there's 100 centigrams, and I would get the same answer. It just depends on which you feel more comfortable with doing, and so again, canceling them out, you would get the centigrams.